What's up, everybody? We are at another episode of Gridiron Talk where we'll host some of the top athletes to step foot on a football field. We're going to be talking about life, family, faith. We're going to be chopping it up. And, the whole point of this, like I said before, is just to encourage and encourage athletes that are trying to reach the level that I've made it or that these athletes have made it to, and encourage the ones that had to let the game go early, ones that are struggling, dealing with it still. So today we got Dre Terry, my old roommate from when I was at A&M. We played together side by side. I was the best linebacker. He was the outside linebacker,
Let you tell it.
He was good. He was a good player. I mean, I already introduced you, but anything else you want to throw in there?
But nah, you did good. You did good.
Yes, sir. I always give flowers where it's due. Game notice and game respect game. So, I mean,
That
you was a baller when we was out there at A&M. So, and I like the competition aspect we had when we were out there. Um, Growing up in Vegas, going out there to Alabama to the South, it was a big culture shock for me. And I went out there by myself. I didn't really have anybody.
yeah.
And I just want to appreciate you because you stepped in as not only a teammate, but you were a good friend at the same time. We still stay in touch, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. It's hard to find people you really click with and people that, you actually want to be around, man. And I always look for somebody like that everywhere I go. And I appreciate you too, man. And both of us, you was a little bit farther, but me coming from North Carolina and I only went to schools in North Carolina. So coming to Alabama and finding a brother in you, that was real big for me.
Yeah, yeah. I know. When I first got there, I was happy because I didn't have no roommates, and I was trying to go another year without a roommate.
Yeah.
But then they was like, yeah, you can't stay here again. It's already booked. I'm like, dang, you hit me up. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, let's do it. But
Oh,
man,
boy.
we had good times though.
You had the man. You had the best setup right
That's
there. You
because my
first flow. And you still around football players too, so you was good, but you could be isolated when you really wanted to. I know you was crushed by that one.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks to my aunt and my uncle that lived out there.
No, yeah,
They
shout out.
yeah, they blessed my crib, had me some fresh new couches and a whole flat screen TV, and they hooked me up. So
Yeah, shout out to
if
them,
it
man.
wasn't
It
if it wasn't for
those
them,
parts feel like home.
yeah.
And then ours, man. I blessed for them too.
Oh yeah, facts. They kept our fridge stocked. So
Uh,
when I was by myself, and then when we lived together, every
yeah.
month we going to Costco. I'm like, what you need me to
Oh,
get?
we was good though. Like we was straight because everybody would come to us for food too. You
Yeah,
know, ODing, but they knew we had the snacks, we had the fridge, we had the orders.
yes, sir. But yeah, let's get into the real talk. Tell me a little bit, or I mean, I know a little bit, but let everybody know a little bit about your journey in football. You can start all the way from Pee Wee, start from high school, college. Um, I mean, just let us know, let us know your journey and where
Yeah.
football brought you right now.
So I'll start with Pee Wee. Everybody Pee Wee, but I'm gonna start with Pee Wee because my Pee Wee team was called the Bulldogs,
Mm,
and yes, it was a weird coincidence. The last team I played for was the Bulldogs, so I really like that, man. I mean, I kind of played a little bit everywhere. I just knew I wanted to hit, so I was everywhere on defense. I just want see ball, get ball. That's what it was back then. But it didn't even kick in till eighth grade for real. Like I knew I was good in seventh grade, but I was kicking. I was the kicker.
yeah,
See, we was doing onside kicks and competition. I wanted
yeah,
to be a kicker, but then eighth grade, I was like, oh, get that. I was trying to get on the field. Eighth grade, yeah, it was just like, yeah, I was one of the top defending players on the team, and then get to high school real quick. Get to high school, I'm playing on JV. They move all my boys up. Like our class was really good. The 2017 class, shout out to them for real, because we were like we were probably one of the best classes.
I'm gonna stop you right there because I agree with you. I'm gonna stop
Oh,
you because I agree with you. I'm 2017 too, and we're gonna get a lot of heat from this, but I think we probably the best class to ever do it nationwide.
like, and it don't even matter of the aspect as who all made it to the league from 2017.
We had some
And
ballers.
the dogs and the people that still did make the league, and like you could just go across our class. You know, so many people from so many schools too that was in your class, and
Yeah,
keep them. You see how far they take it in football, and it's like we had a lot of people in my class when we came in as freshmen. So the high school won't really winning, but then we got there. They get moved up. I think two of my homeboys they got moved up, and I was a little jealous, but you know I'm happy for my boys. I'm 14 years old, and I know I'm good at football, just as good as they was. But you know
yeah,
I still applauded my boys. They got on varsity because I mean I still ended up. I played 2 games on varsity freshman year, and JV I was just turned up on JV. Like that's when I really realized I was like, oh yeah. And I was playing quarterback, running back, receiver, DN, safety, like wherever they found
and everything.
yeah, wherever they wanted to
That
fit me.
wild card.
Yeah, yeah, and but we were still trash. We was 2-7. We was 2-7. Varsity was 2-9. And
Man,
I point like I just told you, we come from middle school undefeated, never really losing a game. Get to high school, we won 2 games. It
yeah,
was like, oh no, and that's when me and my boys. I remember me and my boys we had to talk. It was, I think, it was probably about 15 of us from that 2017 class. We just had to talk. We was like it's up, like it ain't up to us, but change starts somewhere.
yeah,
So we felt like that, like we had to keep it going, like because we loved football. Like a lot of people just put on a jersey just to say they put on a jersey, and some dudes think they nice in the backyard, but like we just loved football so much,
yeah.
and I played, like I said, I played them 2 games on varsity. But yeah, my freshman year, you know, I won't never. Nobody ever really looked at me and was like, "He gonna change." Like he's the one. I didn't get all that hype. No stars or anything like that. But people just knew me and they knew I was a good football player, and I appreciated it. But like I said, as a kid, I kind of was like, I didn't feel like I was getting my flowers enough as a kid. But I did appreciate it because it always kept me humble. Freshman
Yeah.
year, I was cocky. We 2-7, but I'm out here. I got 9 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I was cocky a little bit, but when I got moved up to varsity, everything humble you. Being a young kid, you playing with these older dogs. Like I said, it was good. It kept me humble. And then my sophomore year, I got moved up to varsity, and I knew it was over. But it was crazy because after my freshman year, our coach quit. That was his first year. He had quit and went to another school, and that crushed the boys because we had just lost like a very good coach. I ain't really keep up with high school back then, but Coach Weinstein, he was good, and them boys was good, like them 2010s, 2013, that little era. But when we was in elementary and middle, the boys was good. They lost them, and then we ended up having Clark. That was the coach that stayed for a year. He left because everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he coming in, he gonna change." He making football hot again in the city. So we was like, "Yeah, we with you, we riding with you." And he just left us. And the boy, like I said, the boys was hurt. We get in sophomore year. Sophomore year, sophomore year was good. We got a new coach, the late Eric McDaniels. Shout out to Coach Matt. We was, like I said, we was 2-9. He got he brought some coaches with him. Old guy. And like I said, after that freshman year, I wasn't really coming to workouts, because it was like our coach walked out on us, and we was hurt,
Yeah.
and it was like, don't nobody care about us,
I
especially after
think
we just had a losing season.
yeah. I want to touch on that part because a lot of people don't realize how important coaches are in
Right.
players' lives. Like they'll make a huge impact as far as them staying, them leaving. If you have a good coach, I mean, the team is only as good as their coach. Simple as
Facts.
that. Um,
100%.
yeah, I mean, not even in high school, little league. I think I want to get back into coaching because I think it's important to make an impact on young athletes because they need older people, to guide them, rather if it's in
Mm-hmm.
sport and life. Some of my greatest coaches, they guided me through my sport, but also through life as well. And, when you have to part ways, it's a bit of a heartbreaking thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And,
yeah, go ahead.
but yeah, bro, like pause in the football journey. Like you said, that coaching is so important, man. And that's why I always knew I wanted to coach at some point in my life, but I never knew when that point was gonna come. But I knew I always wanted to coach because growing up, once you feel like you don't got nobody to look up to, you try to be that into the people under you. When you don't got nobody to really look up to, like for a majority of your time, or that like you want to look up to, and seeing the kids under me, I was like doing to others that you want done it to you. And it felt like it was too late for me at that moment. So all my youngins, and they know I love them to death, love everybody to death. And that I get that from my mama. Like when we moved into a new city, and even my whole life, my mama gonna take care of people. All my friends, that's her sons, that's her daughters. Like she's gonna take care of you, and the same thing with my friends' moms. It take a village, and
Yeah,
we had good villages. And my mom, she was one of the ones, and it just inspired me growing up. And that's why I always look out for every youngin, man. Like because you just don't know when somebody needs love on one random day.
yeah,
Like so when I got into coaching, like that's the football aspect of it was I felt like in high school I didn't learn enough football knowledge, but also I seen how my relationship with coaches helped me. But like just seeing how the connections of somebody that's there for you and care for you, I just want to spread that positivity and that love into the youngins, so they always know that I'm there for them, and I care for them. But yeah,
yeah,
you really need that coaching, man. I'm telling you, it just bring a different happiness. Like it's not you in the
yeah,
past no more, but it bring a different happiness knowing
yeah,
you helping the sport that you love continue to grow and continue to have other people to love it.
yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last year, both of us were trying to make it to the league.
Yeah,
Last year, when I felt like it was taken away and it wasn't there anymore, I shut football out. People didn't really know or realize, but I kind of shut it out. I barely watched any NFL, barely stayed in touch or stayed up with college ball. Didn't go to any of my high school games. People ask me, "Oh, what do you think about this game? What do you think about? What do you think about this player? Fantasy football." I I'm just acting like I know. I'm like, "Oh, what do you think?" I literally shut it out. I didn't want anything to do with it, not because I didn't love it, but just because I was heartbroken
mm-hmm.
and I just felt like to dipping back into it. I was hurting, so I went to our opener for my back in my high school at Gorman. I went to the opening game and just being on the field, I'm like, dang, I'm at home.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is like, thinking this is where I need to be. Real estate's cool and all. It's good for providing for families, setting up for generational wealth, but it's different when you're doing what you love. So I
right.
know that's why I said I need to get back into coaching because I know that football is where my heart is.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I'm right there with you on that one.
Like that. I don't know if you've seen. it's this clip going around on the internet. Cam Newton talking with his mom, and she
I
was
didn't see it.
like, what do you feel like it's over? He was like, yeah. She said, that's right here or right here. He was like, that's in my head. And she asked him, what does your heart say? And he was like, it'll never be over. And I think that's true for really 90% of the people that play football. Yeah, I think that's true for 90% of the people, man. That's where our heart at. And like, it don't matter if it's playing the game, or coaching it, man. That's just where it's
Yeah,
at.
that's why I included it in my brand,
Mm-hmm.
like Gridiron Realty. I'm like,
I like
that's
that.
why I started. Yeah, I started thinking. I'm like, man, I still love football. Even though I shut it down, it's still in my heart. So I'm like, how can I include it into what I'm doing now? So I got
Yeah.
some big plans that I want to do with it. But that's why I came out with that brand, the Gridiron Realty brand, because that's me. Football is what I love, is what I do. So no matter what field I am, I don't want to say I'll be known as a football player, but I'm going to be known as, uh, football being close to my heart. I would say it's the reason why I graduated college. So you go ahead.
But
My
yeah,
man.
get the sophomore year. So I'm the backup corner. I'm a sophomore. I got 2 seniors in front of me. Actually, like three seniors in front of me. But like I said, I'm playing a good amount though. I'm playing on every special team, kickoff return, punt return. Then I'm the number 2 guy going in. I had a lot of mess ups first year playing corner, but I did good. I had 30 some tackles at corner, some deflections, and we went 10-4 that year. And that coach, Eric McDaniels, that man right there, everybody got their opinion on him, including me. But he showed that he cared about you, and he wasn't gonna take no mess. Like, you messing up, you got to be responsible. Like, we at that age now, you got to be responsible. He gonna kick you off the team, and like everybody knew that. Like, he didn't care who you was. He don't care if you the leading rusher, the best kicker in the cut. You mess up, you off the team, and that's when everything started to kind of shift of my priorities when it came to football. Like, this what I want to do. I want to go to the league. I'm a sophomore. I want to go to the league. I'm a varsity. Like, everything's kind of starting to click in a little bit better. Like, I know it starts early. I can't wait the senior year, try to put all this work in to get where I want to get to. And so he showed me that. And we had like I said, we had great leaders that 2015 class, a lot of great leaders that year. And we went to the third round in the first time in a very, very long time. Like, we had the fan buses out there. Then junior year come around, I'm starting. It's up now. It's up. We just came off a 10-4 season, went to the third round of the playoffs. We still got a lot of heads, and I'm playing good. I'm playing good. I'm at corner. I done studied the game. I got a little bit better. I ran track. I ran track sophomore year just so I could get fast. I was definitely the fastest junior year, and I'm everybody know, don't throw it a 3 side. We was doing good. Then I hit a split. Wet day, wet rainy day. I hit a full split versus Bertie County. I still got the clip. My foot just got dug in the ground, tackled by the kicker, because ain't nobody want to block the kicker. Where I met the kicker at? We went to Cho on together years later. Ain't that some crazy stuff? He tackled me. He swing his body around me, foot go on the ground. Boom, it's sliding. I got this whole tingle up my left leg. Pull my hamstring. Damn. One setback. So, pull my hamstring. I'm out for a month. Luckily, we had a bye week that month, so I didn't miss nothing but 3 games that year. Pull my hamstring, and I'm hurt. Like, I'm crying on the sideline. You put all that work in. You about to have a big year, or you already having a good year. Pull my hamstring. I'm trying. I'm over there trying to get in my back pedal. Ain't nothing working. They told me to sit down, put some ice on it. I'm over there crying, hurt. But still supportive of my team. We went 8-4 that year. First round, got out the first round that year. Came back though. I had 3 picks that year, 40-some tackles, a lot of pass deflections. And I was like, okay, I'm a DB. I'm set in stone. I'm a DB in my head.
Yeah.
I'm big. I'm 6 foot, 190. At this point, I'm a big corner. And that I came back, high ankle sprain. I ain't even played that game. So I got hurt 2 times junior year. And I'm like, dang, gone. Like, when is it gonna be my time?
Yeah.
Cause even though, like I said, I was balling, I got moved up as a freshman, played as a sophomore, starting as a junior. I never got a football award in high school. Never. Like, to this day, never got one. So senior year coming, we ain't trying to go 0-4 again. I'm a captain. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm still playing corner. We go 11-2 this year, and my stats was 66 tackles. I'm playing corner though.
Yeah, he
66
good for a
tackles.
corner.
You know what I'm saying? Do what I got to do to play. And now I'm really like, all right. I get Morgan State. Morgan State hit me up on. Actually, I ain't even like. That's when it really clicked in. But going into my junior year, I went to UNC camp, and I'm showing my ass out there, man. They had made this article about me too. It was a good article. They only had put like 5 players in the joint, and I was in the article. I was like, I still got the article to this day. But yeah, Morgan State. Fast forward to senior year coming up, Morgan State DM me and trying to get all this information from me. I don't really know how to handle it. This the part where I was like, I ain't really had no guidance when it came to it, like how to handle all that football stuff. I'm still a kid, I don't know nothing about all this stuff. I'm just trying to play football. So they started hitting me up. Then they kind of like backed off a little bit, At the moment, I'm just like, dang, am I not good enough? So, put in some extra work, keep it going. Like I said, I did real good that senior year and didn't receive an award. Didn't get all conference, didn't get honorable mention, didn't get no school related awards, no school banquet awards, no football awards since I was in midget league. So I got an extra chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I know I'm good. The city know I'm good. Like, everybody know I'm good, but I'm not getting the recognition that I thought I deserved at the time.
Yeah.
And it just put an extra chip on my shoulder. I remember going to the football awards at high school. We go to the football banquet, and as the banquet going on, I just get a weird feeling, I had a good season. I'm feeling good at the beginning. I had a very good season. 6 tackles as a corner, no touchdowns given up, 1 pick, like a lot, like 4-5 PBUs, because we won't really pass it too much where I was from. But like when it was time to pass, like I'm there. That's why I had so many tackles, because like a lot of people try to get to that outside and think that corner giving up. No, I'm coming down to hit. Like I've been waiting for this. Y'all ain't throwing the ball. Come on. So, and like everybody know I'm good, Farrell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm sitting there and like these my boys though. I'm happy for them. Go get your award. Like I know, you when some awards going to some people. You know that. The awards list started getting short. And I'm like, it ain't nothing else for them to give. So when they announced that it was the last award, and I know I ain't getting it, I get up and leave. No, my mama left 2 minutes before me.
Yeah.
Because she know how hard her baby worked at football.
Yeah.
Since I was 8 years old. I'm 17 years old sitting in this cafeteria. And everybody knew how hard I worked at football. Everybody, all my cousins, friends, they knew on Sunday, on the weekend, at some point, Dre want to go play football. Dre want to go work out. I don't care who you is. Come on, come work out with me. Let's go. I need somebody
Yeah.
though. And for them to not call my name that night, my mom was upset. She left before me. I'm gonna stick it out. At first I was like, I'm gonna stick it out because I'm supporting these boys. But then after they didn't say my name, I got out of there. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
It's raining that day too. I go to the field that night. I'm crying. I was crying because like to work so hard at something and never get rewarded. Like that's like working the job 10 years. You still doing the same thing, even though you doing the extra.
Yeah, not getting a raise, nothing.
Not getting no type of raise.
Mm-hmm.
But they talk about you. They talk nice about you. You
Yeah.
know, but them words run out at a certain time. Like you want to see responses. Like you want to seek rewards.
Yeah.
Because that's all life is, man. Whether it's from God or money, like you want to see some reward at some point.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. Next basketball game, I'm starting. I go extra hard that week in practice. I'm starting. That was my first double-double that year. 14-11. It was over with. Basketball season, that's when I turned it up. I ended up getting an honorable mention in basketball, most improved in basketball. We went to the third round that year. So like where like that athlete of me, it was like, I gotta get something. I ain't leaving here with nothing.
Yeah.
So I turned up in basketball and that's how that went. I had a good senior year though. Other than like, dang, gone. Like I thought I was a better football player than this, and not getting done. It kind of damped me, but it is what it is. Move on, go be who I am. February come around, that I think that's National Signing Month, ain't it?
I don't remember. It's so long ago.
Right,
I
somewhere
couldn't even
around there.
tell you.
I ain't signed though. I was like, whatever. But Chowan talking to me. Chowan to D2. They like 45 minutes from my crib, Chowan University, and everybody wanted to go D1 out of high school. Everybody want to go D1. Everybody want all the uniforms. They want to be on TV. I want to play football at this point. The D1 dream, it ain't quite there right now. Even though I know I'm a D1 athlete, it ain't there right now. I'm gonna take the blessings that I got. I go play D2 ball as a walk on at that. Go play D2 ball as a walk on at your one. I liked it because, like we said again about the coaches, my coach was checking up on me during basketball season. Like, good win. I see you drop such and such. Good job. Next round of the playoffs. That type of connection that he had with me. And I think a lot of people get committed like that because they have coaches that really be showing that they care about them, not just as a football player, but as a person. And so I went to Chowan. I ain't have no other offers out of high school besides Chowan at that point. I go to Chowan. I don't play corner this time. This is my first switch. And I was real defensive back in the day about them trying to get me back in that box. Because at this point, I'm 3 years in, 4 years in. I'm a corner. I'm a DB. And I was practicing good at Chowan. Like I said, I was a walk on. It was very new to me. Like that's when football got very real, very fast, and that's when a lot of people started to realize, do I actually love football? Like to
Yeah.
go through college like this, where you got 6 a.m. workouts, you got to run hills at 5 o'clock in the morning in the summer,
Yeah.
and like it get different out there. You got to learn a whole playbook as a freshman
Mm-hmm.
and be good at it. You got to remember the plays, remember the audibles. That's just the defense, or not the audibles, the checks. Like, and I'm at safety learning all this stuff. I'm playing strong safety, and I'm just like, where was all this in high school?
Yeah.
They told me play cover 3, man, and cover 2, and I was good at it. Like, I'm not used to read. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about right now? But you got to adjust to it if you're gonna make it. So I adjusted to it. I played safety, and I ain't played them first 3 games. The first 3 games I was on, I did make the travel roster though. I was on special teams. I was on all special teams again. I told you that special teams get you on that bus. I'm like, why am I not playing, dog? Like I'm used to playing. You know, you in high school, you a starter. You don't come out the game unless you blowing them out. That's when you coming out the game. So I'm not used to being in this position where I'm not starting and I'm playing football. So mama, I'm just talking to my mama. She just saying, be patient, wait for your time. Your time gonna come. And that Coach Vaughn went crazy that Monday. Oof, he went crazy. He said, "I'm gonna start playing the young boys. I'm 18 at this point. I got people on my team 26 years old. These boys is 23, 24, 22, 20. You know, linebackers.
Yeah.
He said, Dre, you going to Will this week? I said, what? Like I said, I was a DB. I was crushed, but this the opportunity, you know? Like
Yeah.
in my head, I'm thinking I'm a DB, but I also want to play. And that opportunity came right there. He said just like that in front of the entire defense. Dre, you going to Will this week. And you gonna have to fight to see if you gonna play this week. Bet. First game I started at your one. 13 tackles, 1 sack, 1.5 TFL, 1 PBU. They going crazy. For real. But that's that game right there. I was like, I am a very good football player. Like once you start doing stuff in college,
Yeah.
that's when it's okay, let's do it. All right. So I'm still confident, not cocky anymore. You know you only got to play the game because you
Yeah.
hustle all game, right? I think I got like, you know how we get grades. I think
Oh
I got
yeah.
a I think I got like a 67%.
Dang.
I'm talking about I'm in the wrong gaps. I don't even like it was crazy. But I got 13 tackles. How I get 13 tackles? Like I said, see ball, get ball. Like I'm making the wrong read steps. And that's why I'm telling you, like the little stuff in football, the fans don't see. They see me make 13 tackles.
Oh yeah.
Coach seen me do a false step. He seen me step at the wrong cap. And I'm like, why are you caring about all this stuff? I got 13 tackles. Like, but like that's another level of the football that started to grow with me. And I was like, okay, it is a lot more than just football. You know, you gotta have the mind for this. You gotta really work on your game again, like at a different level than what I was working in high school. Like you gotta be in the film room, on the field by yourself, you know, doing a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't see. And then eventually I started 4 games. I won rookie of the week twice that year. And I got biggest impact as a rookie, as a freshman. Me and my homeboy Bryce Witt, we was very competitive, very, very competitive with each other. And that's what made us so good, very good football players. Even though we was at a D2, the goal was still to try to get to the league. And that's how we that's all it was with me and him. We had got invited to stay because you know at the D1 level, everybody stay all summer. At the D2 level, we can't really afford for everybody to stay, you
Yeah.
know. So they really try to they choose like the top of the game changers, you know, like
Oh, I
you
didn't
need
know
this
that.
extra work. Yeah, yeah. Everybody don't stay all summer. And
Dang.
me, I didn't even know you stayed over the summer in college. So I'm ready to go home after the season. Uh oh, let me bring it back a little bit. After in my exit interview after the season, he was like, I would put you on scholarship like right now, but we usually we don't give people scholarships after one semester. So I got an extra chip on my shoulder. I
Yeah.
want that scholarship bad. Like I want to be paying for school. So I go crazy in the spring. And then summer come around, DC asked me to stay. what? I'm trying to go home. I'd have been at this school all year. I'm trying to go home, you know what I'm saying? So I had a quick decision to make. And I'm like, do I really want to be good and go to the next level at football? Or do I want to go chill this, at the crib? Not even really working out, but I just needed a break. I felt like I needed a break. And the ultimate decision was to stay. It was like 11 of us. You know, college teams is 100.
Yeah,
It was 11 of us that stayed all summer. We all worked jobs, and I was like, it's 11 of us.
that's
Like the whole
crazy.
team not even here.
That's crazy.
But coach asked me, this freshman, to stay, and I'm like, back to the coaches. Some coaches see stuff in you that you might not see in yourself. And it's
Yeah,
their job to coach it out of you, you know what I'm saying, and push you to that point. So I say, forget it, I'll stay. I'm telling you, like, I was in the best shape of my life after my freshman year, for real, for real. And like, I'm running a 4.5 40 at this point. Like, I feel real good. And going into sophomore year, I'm a captain now. Like, I
yeah,
went from freshman, walk on, special team, got the first 3 games. So now I'm the captain of a college team as a sophomore. And I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll. You know, we got 10 games at Cho One. We didn't have the full 12 game slate like the FBS. So I'm still trying to get 100 tackles though. I'm trying to crack 100 tackles. First 3 games, I'm leading the conference in tackles. That McKendree game, boom, break my wrist or fracture my wrist, right? So I got to sit out the next 3 weeks. Or I was supposed to sit out for a month. And I'm like, daggone, man, like I'm hurt again. And it's not like I
yeah,
was ever injury prone. Like I got hurt one time my junior year, I get hurt one time my sophomore year in college. And I'm like, I've been here all summer. Ain't nobody been here with me. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just 11 of y'all.
yeah, like, and I'm like, I done did all this work. Now, I'm leading the conference in tackles, and I fractured my wrist. And like that, it just hurts you. You put all that work in for something to mess up again. And I'm like, all right, I'm still trusting in God. End up being able to play. It wasn't the season I necessarily wanted, but it is what it is. So what we moved on. And then after my sophomore year, the whole goal out of high school was to go 2 years at Cho One and then try to go to a D1 team, try to get get an offer, And the transfer portal was a little bit different back then. It wasn't like very popping. So like if you hopped in a transfer portal back then, like you better I don't even know
Yeah,
what the percentage is of like people that hop in the transfer portal anymore. Well, especially back then, like it was hard to get picked back up. So
yeah,
I took that gamble on myself and I got accepted to East Carolina, North Carolina Central, strained my Achilles. Strained my Achilles in the summer. But good thing is tryouts for football isn't until October. Cool, I'm cooling. I get to school at East Carolina. I'm healed up a little bit. That Achilles is really ain't nothing to play with. I was blessed that I only strained mine. It still hurt, and I was in a boot for about a month or two, and it took some adjusting to. And I'm like, what if I'm not the same?
I want to touch on going from D2 to D1 because a lot of players don't get picked up automatically to Division 1 football, and it's tough for a lot of people. You see a lot of your boys go D1 automatically, get scholarships, but you took the long route and you stuck through it, and you made it. So I mean that says a lot because it takes perseverance. You
Yeah,
persevered through it. You went as a walk on, gained a scholarship, and then you went D1. I was waiting for you to get to that part because I wanted to know what was your thought process. like in that whole situation of going D2 and then working way up to D1 to balling out your last year.
Yeah,
I was excited for you to bring that up because
yeah.
I mean,
I was getting to I was trying to
yeah,
get there,
well,
man.
yeah, no, when dudes, when I hear stories like that, it's a lot because fortunately, I didn't have to go that route, but when I hear stories like that, I mean, I get goosebumps. I like
Yeah,
hearing stuff like that.
yeah. So when, like I told you, coming out of high school, that was the goal. 2 years at Cho One, then I was gonna try to go D1. Cause like you don't gotta go D1 to make it. You don't got to. But I felt like I was good enough to go play on that stage. I want to be on TV. I want people to recognize me. You know what I'm saying? I want that recognition. Because I'm a good football player and I put the work in, you know what I'm saying? So after that sophomore year, I stick through the spring football because I didn't want to not be playing football.
Yeah,
And it started getting funky in that spring too. Like my linebacker coach left. That's kind of what made it easier a little bit. He left. He didn't even like text me or nothing like that.
man,
And I was like, that's when that realization, this when that NIL type of thing come in where it's like coaches can do whatever they want.
yeah,
Why can't players do the same? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we the ones putting our body on the line. We the ones got to do all this and that and this. And he didn't text me that he was leaving or he was gone. Like we ain't get no no peace was said or whatever. So he out of there for real. And the coach that was coaching me, I knew I was not gonna become a better linebacker.
yeah,
So like everything started kind of falling in place to make it easy to
hmm
actually lead. Cause like I said, I'm big on the loyalty. And like a part of me, I was just like, right with my boy. It was hard. Like I was nervous just to leave without a scholarship waiting for me. Like what I guarantee opportunity waiting for me that I was going to play football next year. Like I know I got to go get this. I know I got to go work for it. So I love that family and those people that supported me, and that was, like I said, it was hard. And one of my teammates ended up tricking me to talk to the president of the school just like to get me to stay. That joke was like, it was crazy because I was like I was really questioning, did I make a good decision? You know what I'm saying? Like my mind was made up. Like I'm leaving. I'm gone. But everybody was trying to convince me just to stay, so they was making it hard too. But I was like, this is something I got to do. Like I get there, and I'm just thinking, like I'm talking to my cousins, and I'm like, what if I don't make the team? Like, what if I just oh, that's it for me? Like 2-year college player, and that's it. But they kept me motivated and just was always by my side and kept me going. So that's really what helped me too. Having close family just keep pushing me. So and I was like, y'all, you know what, you're right. And tryouts got moved up to August or September. So right when we got in school, I just strained my Achilles. This junk like this when I started having like that mental breakdown of what am I gonna do? I just left the scholarship to go to try my luck at a D1 school, and I just strained my Achilles all within 4 or 5 months. And now I'm here, and I'm out here at tryouts, and I'm just like, what did I do? But I'm here. I'm here. I'd have made it this far. I'd have got the tryouts. I'd have left my old school gone. Like obviously, I could probably still go back, but I'm not really thinking of that either. I'm thinking I got to get on this football team. Scary, but it was an exciting thing because it was something that I had to fight for and kept me going. And I went out there at that tryout and killed it. Like a lot of tryouts, it's a lot of dudes that think they nice in high school, and then they was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go try out for my college school football team. So I'm out there, and I'm like, oh, it was easy. Like that's what it felt like to me. Like I'm out there killing it. I think I had 7 coaches come up to me at tryouts just to ask my name, shake my hand. So I got a good feeling about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was nervous about my performance. Like I said,
Yeah.
I just strained my Achilles. I'm not. I'm sitting on my butt all summer because I got a boot on. I can't do nothing. I'm sitting there eating, playing 2K. I probably gained about 10 pounds, and I'm not like I don't really have no workout in me after that spring at Chowan. So I was working all the way up until I think like May or June, something like that. But July, August, and that whole August, I had not worked out not once.
Dang.
So I'm in there like, whew, I just gotta. This is where my talent. You know, I'm a big believer in hard work beat talent. When talent fails to work hard, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping on that talent right now to come out with me because that hard work it couldn't be in the picture. I'm going hard, 110% at the tryouts. Them coaches came up to me. You know, the process was fast then. This was 2019, so we had tryouts. They got back to us on like a Monday. Boom, it was like 15 of us made it. Cool, let's do it. You know, and I was excited, very blessed to even be considered. You know, for it's a college team. Like they got hundreds of players already. They
Yeah.
picking out of these 60 some players that came to try out. And I was one of them 15 or something like that, 15, 13, something like that. Eventually 11 of us actually got to the point that we are at the practice field. Then it was like 9, then it was like 7
Dang.
because we started doing them workouts. Then for that first workout, we did everything. Power clean, squat, bench. We did everything. Big John killed us. But that's what they want. They want to see who's gonna leave.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And in my head, every time in my head, I'm just thinking, let's like this what I wanted. I wanted to be here. I'm not gonna give up because it's a little hard. Like I wanted to be here. I'm here. So let's go. I'm in there mode like I said, I was captain at Chowan, motivating my other teammates, and they did a good job. I mean, we did a good job building each other up. So having good people around you, you know, keep you going. And I'm in there killing in the workouts. Like, that's what we're here for. I got to show them that I'm here to work. I'm not just trying to be on the team to get a jersey. That's not what I'm in it for. I want to play football. So that workout killed us. I'm telling you, like I was walking around campus funny for 2 weeks because everything we was doing, we did the little 4-quarter things twice. The first quarter, 4 times the second quarter, 2 times the third quarter, 2 times the fourth quarter. Man, mind you, I told you I got big. That was my first ever true test right there on that field. After we played NC State, do I love football? That was the first real one. I've had 2 instances where I thought I wanted to quit my sports. The first one was basketball back when I was a junior, when my coach had me doing bear crawls in the gym because we were shooting around. I said, do I love this? But, you know, I kept thugging that out. Football, it was that day at ECU where they kept running us and just yelling us like we want nothing. Obviously, you know how college go. You know, they care
Yeah.
about us, but they got to get us tough.
Break you down to build you up.
Yeah.
It's like the military.
They were breaking us down. I'm telling you, I always say this is not for me, but I kept going. And like I said, we started with 15. It ended up being like 6 of us. So that was the process going from D2 to D1, man. It's a lot of
I'm getting
your
goosebumps.
will. It's a lot of what are you willing to do? Like you said you won't this. It's
I'm
you know
getting
what I'm saying though,
goosebumps
but
right
like
now.
real though. Like you gotta be willing to want it. Like and I
Yeah.
I wanted it. People, like I said, in my hometown, everybody knew my goal was football. Like I was smart too back in the day. I graduated with 3.7 in high school, not even really 3.8. I graduated with 3.8 in high school, playing 3 sports. Not even really like my mama ain't play about them grades. So I always
Yeah.
made sure I was straight with that. But like football is what I wanted to do. And I got to that point. I had the opportunity right there in my face. I had to go and grab it.
Did you listen to everything you said? Everything you said as far as it started off with 60 players at the tryout. Only 15 made it. Then it was 11. Then it was, what, 9, then 6. You realize how small of a window that is? If you think
Mhm.
about, you know the percentage of players that make it to D1 level is 2%.
Yeah.
2% of the population. So, like, I know, like, we didn't get to where we wanted to be, but we have to look back at all that we've done and how far we've came, and we can proudly say that we were 2%, the top 2% of our population that
Yeah.
made it to a certain level.
It's amazing, man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
want to get, like you said, we wanted to get to that level, but we still got to a level that a lot of people don't reach.
exactly. And you had to persevere for it. It wasn't just handed out. And rather if
Right.
you
Like
went
they
right
say,
away or you went you took a longer route. At the end of the day, anybody that made it, they made it that top 2% and they earned it.
right. Like people just think, oh, we just football players. Like football
Nah,
hard. Like we gotta work for this, bro. Like, and we putting
yeah,
our bodies on the line for the sport. Like but we wanted to. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to work hard of it. And 2% of the population, it's a very
yeah.
small pool. And we've been very blessed to have been able to play, man.
I know we got to wrap it up here soon,
Yeah,
but last thing I want to touch on is as far as when you realize football was over for you and how you dealt with it, rather if it was good or bad. And as far as playing, like how you dealt with it, and
yeah,
where you are now, mentally,
yeah.
physically,
So,
spiritually.
so real quick, I'll sum that very last part of my career up real fast. I ended up getting on scholarship after COVID at ECU, and then I got hurt. And then that 2021 season, but I really didn't tell nobody about my hamstring again. And I lost my dad that July, lost my grandma that August, right before the season had happened. Mentally and physically, it was hard. So it was hard to get on the field. And like you said, we had a good year. We had good years there. Balled out that year. Yeah, got second team field still. I'm thinking still got a chance to get to where I need to go to. Linebacker of the week, first time since 2014 or something like that. And that's when I was like, okay. And then boom, I get invited to the Legacy Bowl in February. I get invited to the Legacy Bowl in February, and I get drafted. So I got drafted to the Philadelphia Stars at the Legacy Bowl, and I was like, that was a real shock because now that I understand the game, I understand what it takes to get to the league. I get drafted to a professional football league, and I'm like, I'm in shock. I didn't even hear the news for myself. Like I didn't look at my phone or nothing. I walk into the meeting room at this All-Star game. We in New Orleans. I ain't thinking nothing of it. This might be my last football game ever. I'm enjoying the scenery. I'm having a good time. One of my homeboys was like, "Congratulations, bro." I was like, "What you talking about?" I was like, "You didn't see you got drafted." I said, "Drafted to what?" Like, and so I got drafted, and I was like, "Man, that was a feeling like I never. That was an amazing feeling." So football is still alive for me at this point. And I'm like, boom, I'm about to be a professional football player. And they ended up hitting me up real late. Like I was getting ready for my pro day and at ECU, and they hit me up, I think, on a Wednesday, pro day on a Saturday. I go to my pro day, spot get filled, but they told me I was good for next year, right? So I go back
Mm-hmm.
home and I'm looking for a job, but my football hopes still. And as it keeps creeping up, I'm not getting any contact from the Philadelphia Stars, and that's when it started kind of like started to worry me because I was promised that I was gonna have a spot the next year, and then it just all started to crumble away. Started crumbling away. Like I still had that positive hope in me because I was like, I'm about to go play professional football. And
Yeah.
then it started crumbling away. And then that's when they did the league thing, the reimage. They merged the USFL and the XFL. Cut my
Yeah.
team. Cut
Mm-hmm.
my team. Everybody on it. They got to do a redraft. I said, wow. I was hurt. I'm talking about I could have made 65, 70K 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah.
And it just went all the way. I don't get picked up back in the redraft. I ain't played football in a year now. I'm rusty. My knee hurt now. Like we ain't got the training facilities no more. I ain't got nobody to take care of my knee for real. So it just,
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like, yeah, it's about time. I hang them up. But everybody always tell me like to keep going, to keep playing. But like at this point in my life, I'm just trying to, we in our 20s, trying to get it figured out. Like, and I'm just at this point in my life, it was hard, but I found another happiness, which was coaching and teaching.
Yeah.
And those kids love me to death. I love them
Yeah,
enough.
I
Like I
see.
said,
I be seeing
so
your
that
videos. I be seeing your videos. You make a huge impact on them. So
yeah, man.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
And that's where it came from. So I never really I haven't had that shock because I found happiness somewhere else. And I was still around football too. You know,
Yeah.
I might still have to go through it. I don't know, but as of right now, like I said, that's where it led me to, and I was happy with that. I was happy with changing the kids' lives. Like I never ever got out of the bed and was like, I gotta go to work. I
That's
love
good.
to show up for work. I
That's
love to show up
good.
for work. I know those kids wanted to see me. I know that
Yeah.
for a fact. They wanted to come to my class. And then the football players, they wanted, like, I'm out there running scout team offense because we was real slim on numbers last year. I think we had like 29 players, no backup quarterback. So we won't go make our quarterback do all the reps. I'm out there
Yeah.
practicing with them, like just to show them, like, I'm here for y'all, like, whatever. Like, I know what it takes to try to get to that next level. And I'm here to give y'all, I'm to spew that knowledge into y'all. And they knew that. So, like, just having so many kids, because the youth, if you ever want, like I posted some the other day, if you ever having a hard time, look to the youth because they gonna make everything worth it, man, because they're the future. And like, and just seeing the lives that I changed, even in a very short time. Like I'm everybody big brother. Like I went to
Yeah.
school, like all the kids that I had taught, I went to either I hung out, I knew them since they was a baby. And when I was in high school, that really took my mind away from the football thing right
That's good.
at this
That's
moment.
good. Yeah, I'm happy for you. I'm
I
yeah, I'm glad you still making an impact on these kids. I mean they need us. They need people like us. That's why I started this is to make an impact really. So I'm glad you doing what you need to do and I'm happy for you.
appreciate it, man.
So
It's it's a good thing, man. I'm telling you, man, you gonna love it. You gonna love it. Cause I know you
yeah, I
took
already know.
great. I ain't saying
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't say you got a baby or nothing on the way, but you're gonna be a great father. Like, and I know that about you, and I as a man, so I know for a fact, like when you get around them kids at your high school, because you want to go high school level, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you get around them kids at that high school level where they got the conscience enough to know enough football, so you can really chop it up with them and break down the game for them. Like
hmm
it brings out a different happiness, and
yeah,
like the kids that don't ain't trying to hear you, they're trying to call us now. But like
yeah,
even the kids that ain't trying to hear you, they still like listen to you, and especially the ones that do want to make it to the next level, they're gonna listen to you for real, and it's gonna keep you going. Cause it's
exactly.
like personally for me, it's like I don't need football if I could keep football in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to put the pass on if I can keep it in my life this way.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited to see. I know we still young, so got a
Yeah.
lot ahead of me. Still deciding on which route I want to go with it, and how I'm gonna put everything together. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the whole point is making an impact on young athletes, and that's why. And I feel like this is the start of it. So, and like I said, I feel like everybody has a story, and I think your story and your journey is going to touch somebody that listens to it. Just as far as you, I mean, what you dealt with in high school. Players can relate with that as far as getting injured, not getting recognized when they know they deserve it. Um, Starting walk on at a D2 level, earning a scholarship, going to D1, earning a scholarship, balling out your senior year, getting drafted. So you made it far. You made it farther than a lot. A lot of people don't even get drafted. They just done after college. So
Yeah.
I think just the way you persevered through it all, it says a lot. And I think that your story is going to touch somebody out there, and they're going to be able to relate to you. And that's the whole point of this. Let everybody share their story because it's for somebody out there.
I love what you're doing. I think it's innovative. I hope my story reaches some people, man, because I try to do everything the right way. Where it's like working hard for what you got to work for, and I never really questioned why my path was the way it was. I just appreciated it every step of the way because
So
it's
that's
my
all you
story.
can do. Yep.
It's my story, and I ended up doing what I really wanted to do. Which was playing. I achieved every goal that I wanted to do. I wanted to play at the college level.
Yeah.
I wanted to play at the D1 level. I wanted to play at the HBCU. I wanted to play an All-Star game. I wanted to get drafted. It might not have been the NFL draft, but it was still drafted to play football at the next level, get paid to play football.
Yep.
So I achieved so many goals, and I'm just so blessed for the football life that I had, and I worked so hard for. So I really do hope it reached some people and see and tell them everybody does not have the same path. Just appreciate yours.
Yeah. All right, then I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah,
You probably hit the record on this one. It's probably my longest one, but I mean
I
it's
ain't gonna
good
lie.
stuff, so I ain't even mad.
But I like that though, man, because you made me feel comfortable with the way that
Yeah,
like I'm not even thinking like, oh, we doing this for your show, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, I'm just talking with my brother, we just chopping it up about some
that's all it
football, man.
is. That's
Just
all it
having some
is.
comfortable conversation.
Yes, sir. But as I wrap it up, is anything you want to promote? Anything out there? I mean, social media, business, anything you want people to know about?
Yeah. Shout out my mama. My mama, BBM Creation. Shout out my sister. Her name's Dejanique Terry. She go to Central. She got her own hair company, braided and created. Yeah, shout out to them two ladies. Hold it down for me all the time. Other than that, I appreciate you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. And like I said, everybody, we're gonna have some of the top athletes to step foot on a Las Vegas football field. I know he's not from Vegas, but he's still one of the top athletes that I've played with. So stay tuned for more with Gridiron Talk. We're talking about life, football, unscripted, chopping it up. You guys have a
Yes,
good one.
sir. Shout out to the boys.
Yes, sir.